What goes through a person's mind when they know they only have 24 hours left to live? This is the final day of a death row inmate, a countdown to the inevitable. Hour by hour, we'll walk through their last moments until the execution chamber doors finally open. It begins at sunrise, 6 a.m. The inmate is woken up, not by an alarm clock, but by the sound of heavy boots approaching their cell. This is their last full day alive. The steel door slides open, and for a brief moment, there is silence. Then, the guard's voice cuts through the air. Get up. The inmate knows the countdown has begun. Breakfast is served, but appetite is rare. Some eat in silence. Others stare blankly at the walls, lost in thought. Some pray, some cry. But one thing is certain, time is now their enemy. Many inmates struggle with their emotions. Some pace back and forth, their chains rattling with every movement. Others sit frozen, staring at the tiny window, watching the sun rise, knowing they will never see it set again. By noon, they are given their final privileges. A phone call, a visit from family, if anyone still stands by them. Some make peace. Others break down, knowing this is the last time they will hear a loved one's voice. There are tears, apologies, sometimes even anger. Some inmates use this time to confess to crimes they never admitted before. Others still claim innocence. But no matter what is said, one thing is true. These are the last words they will ever say to the outside world. In the hours that follow, the inmate is left alone. Some lie down and try to sleep, but sleep does not come. The cell is too quiet, yet somehow deafening. The ticking of the clock seems louder now. Every second is a reminder that time is running out. The infamous last meal. Inmates are allowed to request almost anything within reason. Some ask for a feast, steak, lobster, ice cream. Others keep it simple. A cheeseburger, a single olive, a cup of coffee. Strangely, many don't eat. Their stomachs churn with anxiety. The meal goes cold untouched. Some stare at the food, lost in thought. Others push it away, unable to stomach the thought of consuming anything before facing the inevitable. As the sun sets, the weight of reality sets in. Some write letters, final words to family, victims, or even the governor, pleading for mercy. Others read the Bible, the Quran, or nothing at all. Some simply sit in silence, staring at the floor as if trying to come to terms with what is about to happen. Guards monitor them closely. Suicide is still possible, even now. They are watched, every movement, every breath. Even in their final hours, they have no control over their fate. 10 p.m., the execution chamber is being prepared. Witnesses are arriving. The warden is given final confirmation. The last steps of protocol are in motion. The inmate, left alone with their thoughts. What do they think about? Regret? Fear? Or are they at peace? The time has come. The execution team arrives. The inmate is shackled and taken from their cell for the final walk. Some go silently. Others fight, scream, collapse. The weight of death is unbearable, but there is no escape now. The execution chamber is silent. Witnesses sit behind glass. The inmate is secured, whether by straps, a gurney, or a chair. A final statement is allowed. Some apologize. Some declare innocence. Some say nothing at all. A few even joke. One last act of defiance in the face of death. And then it's over. Just like that. One last breath, and the clock stops. And so ends the last 24 hours of a death row prisoner. Was justice served, or was another mistake made? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.